for a new Pakistan. Not just, so we have plurality. Why don't we celebrate this plurality? Why in the name of Pakistani identity, in the name of one Islamic identity, we want to impose uniformity, which is totally unnatural. It is unnatural. Even in one family, people are supposed to be different, and they are. So I think what we basically need is that we need to revisit our history, revisit our heritage, revisit our discourse on Islam. I mean, Mohammad Ali inspires. Here is a man who was trained in a Deobandi school, Arabi Farsi, that's in Islam. He got interested in learning English, and he educated himself in modern knowledge. He was a very close friend of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. And you know, he had a debate with Syed Ahmad Khan. He said, we should educate Indian Muslim people. This is the 19th century. And Sir Syed said, I first want to educate these young boys, these young Muslims. Maulvi Sahib, you are miles ahead of me. These Maulvi Sahiban are not happy with me even when I say that we should introduce modern education at early time. They would never forgive me. They would kill me if I told them that we want to open schools, modern schools for Muslim girls. But Maulvi Mumtaz Ali, think about what Maulvi, he said, no, we should have school. He brought out the first magazine in Urdu, propagating and propounding education for women in India. And his own family, they got educated. So I think we have to reconnect with that heritage. And Iqbal had debate with Hussain Ahmad Madani. There were ulama who believed that Islam was safe in united post-colonial India. There are ulama who still believe it. We have got great respect for them. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Jamiyat Ulama Hind. These people are not in favor of Pakistan because they thought partition of India would be basically partition of India and Muslims. So but think about it. It was not something that just happened in India. Partition was also part of decolonization process. This is how the colonial powers deported. Partition of Ireland, partition of Cyprus, partition of Palestine, partition of so many African countries. Think about Rwanda. All these ethnic groups, whatever communities got partitioned. So we Pakistanis should not carry this guilt that perhaps we caused the partition. I mean, we would like to have good relationship with all of the neighbors. Iran, Afghanistan, China, India. We should have good relationship. We should make efforts. But we should also make them realize that it's a two-way traffic. And I tell my Indian friends that it is in your interest to have a strong, stable, democratic Pakistan. We are traditionally, historically, the defense, the vanguard of the subcontinent. 60 years, 63 years is not long time, but time is running short. Pakistanis have to put their house in order. The checkered classes have to come up. And we must keep on debating these issues. As long as we are talking about them, there is quite a bit of hope ahead of us. But thank you very much. I really thank Pakistan Society for organizing this very topical debate. And we could see not just the emotions, but also the articulation. Very, very persuasive articulation also coming up from your side and from both sides. And I know it's very difficult to make a judgment. It's not black and white. People may say, oh, well, religion and politics are very strange relationships. John Gray, the philosopher, says it's not something new. This has been happening for a long time. Utopianism is part of politics. Utopianism is part of religion. That's where they come together. Maybe Islam is unique. Why? Islam created its own state, Medina. Other religions waited until some state appropriated them, like Christianity or Buddhism, Ashoka. Islam created its own state, and that's where it becomes more political. And I know it's going to be a very, very difficult task to create a synthesis between religion and politics. But I think the debate that began in India in the 19th century with Jamaluddin of Ghani, with Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, all the founders of Deoband, other founders of Rai Bareli School, or the 20th century people like Maulvi Mumtaz Ali, Muhammad Iqbal.
You come here and everybody raises hands, you come by like...
Yeah. Okay, for the motion.
No,
Sorry? Say again. Can you repeat the motion?
First read the motion, please.
For the motion. Against the...
Against
For the motion or against the motion?
Or read the motion and then the motion.
The motion is we should not have state religion, and this is for the motion.
Is that easy?
Okay. So can you count, please?
This is for no state religion.
3 here.
So again, the motion is that Pakistan should not have a state religion. You are raising your hands for that motion.
Yes.
I think
Correct.